Hello guys, it's Tactical SF, and I'm here to go over 5 different ways you can obtain legendary shards in Destiny 2. Your first option is going to be to do some strikes. Completing one strike will give you a certain currency called Vanguard Tactician tokens. Turn 20 of these into Commander Zavala, or Megamind, at the tower and you'll get legendary gear. With this gear you can do one of two things. 1. If it's a higher power level than your current gear, just put it on your body. If it's lower or it doesn't interest you, dismantle it and get the 3 shards that it gives you. Dismantling legendary weapons and gear gives you 3 shards per dismantled piece, whereas dismantling ghosts and cosmetics will give you 1. Shard tip number 2, dismantle items in the vault. If you've utilized Destiny 2's vaulting system in the past, you'll likely have a lot of old weapons and gears that are way below your power level that you do not need, and I'm pretty sure mostly aren't worth the upgrade module to
What did you say, nigga?
The upgrade module to bring up to your current power level. If you keep a continuous cycle of putting legendary gear in your vault that you don't need while you're leveling up, you'll always be able to go back when you actually need shards at max power level for that season and mass dismantle all that gear for a good chunk of shards. Shard tip number 3, the Gunsmith. This is much like tip number 2 in terms of utilizing vendors to your advantage. If you've been playing Destiny 2 for a couple weeks, no doubt you've been dismantling all kinds of weapons and gear that are below your power level as you climb the ranks. This means you should have in your inventory a resource called Gunsmith materials. If you turn 100 of these into Banshee 44 at the tower, the Gunsmith, you get 1 piece of legendary gear. A less efficient grind than tip number 1, but it definitely comes in handy in a pinch, plus you might get some really good gear you might keep.
Kapooyah!
Shard tip number 4, shaders. Now this might not apply to new players, given that legendary shaders don't necessarily drop like candy. By the way, your shader drops can increase if you purchase a boon of the Vanguard, a gleaming boon of the Vanguard, from Eververse for 40 bright dust and then activate it while matchmaking into a strike or while actually in the strike. It's monkey time. Anyway, you can dismantle legendary shaders for about 3 shards each. You can tell they're legendary because when you hover your cursor over them in your inventory screen, the name tag will be purple. If you have quite a couple, you can visit Master Rahul, the Cryptarch, in the tower and he'll dismantle them for you in increments of 5. Shard tip number 5, power climb. This is a lengthy process but pretty simple. Basically, you're going to want to do everything you can to reach max light for that season. That means Zavala's strike bounties, easy gunsmith bounties, weekly flashpoints, weekly subclass themed strikes, and even your 3 Nightfall the Ordeal completions to get as many powerful rewards as you can. When you hit a certain power level, which might be subject to change, legendaries will start dropping way more often for you, and you'll find yourself dismantling them a lot more often to get that sweet purple currency. Happy hunting, Guardian. I wish you many, many, many riches. You have a nice one. Peace.